Oh, I gotta cut this out because you're just crunching a lot of shit.
Hey man, Cheetos are the fucking best.
Anyway.
Welcome to Dad Influence, where we're dads and we try to influence.
We ain't the best influence, though.
Yeah, and hence the joke on the dad and bad, you know, there.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
We didn't say we were the best influence. We just said we were influencing.
Yeah.
Look, if Kim Kardashian is an influencer.
Okay, we ain't that bad now.
And I have no beef with Kim Kardashian. I'm just saying. Like, it's not like you gotta be some holy man to be an influencer. That's what I'm saying. You can be an everyday person, and we are everyday people.
Yeah, like the influencers who promote steroids and shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Steroids for life.
Oh, God.
Just kidding.
Are the ones that we know are on steroids, but say, no, this is completely natural.
I only do steroids on Tuesdays.
So, I'm technically natural.
Right.
Had no juice, except for Thursdays.
Oh, you do Thursdays?
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. So we're talking about education.
Yeah. Why your kid's gonna be stupid. I'm sorry that was mean.
Well, I mean...
Why your kid's gonna be a fucking idiot. That's a better one. I'm not gonna go on the whole rant about it. I'm gonna straight up point. Straight up say it. School doesn't really teach you shit. Honestly, if you want to learn how to read or write and shit, I swear there's a YouTube video for it. I just contradicted myself because I said read and write, and there's a YouTube video.
I've said that. I was like, look, really? You take the best teachers out of the nation.
Mm-hmm.
You have them put their lectures up on YouTube. I mean, YouTube, you could be its own thing.
Hell, there's
like if y'all are selling
Skillshare, I think.
Yeah, something to that effect. You know what I mean? And bro, that's the future.
It really is.
Why would you want to get taught by some subpar ass teacher that barely understands the fucking material?
Actually,
when you could get taught by fucking basically the Einstein of today.
Yeah. Yo.
The guy that's literally at the forefront of doing it.
Yeah. There's a lot of YouTubers I follow just because of that.
Mm-hmm.
I learned about flavoring and shit by this one YouTuber. He somehow made rubber gloves into actual grape flavor. He took
about Sean, what's that dude's name? Sean, Carroll.
Elaborate.
He does mindscapes.
Yeah.
And he's a quantum physicist.
Yeah.
And that shit is lit.
Hey, we don't have to go. We can go back to early YouTube. I'm gonna straight up this way. Vsauce here. Like for real, I learned more about other people's culture, the languages. Oh, fucking hell, just history in general, math, how in depth that is, science, all through the internet.
The crackling in my bag is gonna be in here.
I know.
We're not gonna edit it.
Huh? I know.
I want everybody to know how fat I am while we're doing
this. Motherfucker fat ass. He's a neck beard. He has no goddamn neck. He has like 5 fucking chins. And his jowls are just going up and down every time he chews and shit. He built like
460 pounds last I checked.
Yeah, and I'm 8'2" with a anaconda for a penis. So, what else?
Mine's really long, but it's not very wide.
You got long ass needle dick, don't you?
Like, The chicks usually are like, you know, is it in yet? And then they're like, why does my stomach hurt? I feel like something's poking it.
How we get on this fucking topic? Anyway,
You brought it up, dog.
we were talking
You
about
said anaconda dick.
No,
You brought up your anaconda dick. I had to let you know about my very long but very thin dick.
and he's black and I'm Korean.
I'm black now?
Yeah. Did you put that in your census? I put Korean on my census. Did I tell you that?
You did?
Yeah, I put I'm a Korean. I'm a Korean American man.
I'm trying to give you Asian brothers some representation.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at you.
they're underrepresented, man. And my
I'm
son-
like 80% sure I didn't fill out my census stuff. I'm about 80% sure shit that for me. I'm not saying it wasn't done.
Yeah,
I'm not even saying it wasn't done correctly. It probably was done correctly.
yeah. In all honesty, and we're not getting on that topic right now. we're not gonna get into that right now. But,
Right, we're talking about education.
yeah, man. For real. Like, that's my biggest point, man. And, like, I tell people, like, yo, you change your mind on a lot of shit if you actually research some shit, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, you kept an open mind to it.
Yeah, the current education system is literally, and, like, this isn't a conspiracy theory. This is, you can look this shit up.
Mm-hmm.
It is literally modeled to prepare kids for factory working
Yeah.
or government service.
You know where I learned that from?
Where?
School.
It's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you got the bells that go, you're asking to use the restroom, all that good stuff. All that comes from that.
Like, that, I actually had some teachers say, you gotta pee, just go. You know what I mean? And those teachers are always, like, super chill.
Yeah,
Like,
those
super
were the
lax.
teachers that understood what was going on and were like, I'm not really about that.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I'm here to actually teach kids,
Yeah.
not indoctrinate them. So like I said, there, none of the disses that we will make about education is to be construed against the good teachers out there that actually care about the kids and put their all into making sure these kids understand, how to learn, not just what to learn. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I understand you got these standardized tests that you're going to prepare for, and then, like, I had a lot of teachers that maybe they were burned out on that. I'm not sure. But, like, all they would teach was the book.
Mm-hmm.
And by all they would teach was the book is, they would tell us to read the book and then answer the questions, and that's about it.
Oh, yeah.
And you could tell if it was a part of the subject that the teacher was interested in, because that would be the 1 week that teacher would be up there explaining shit. All the other weeks, they're just read this and then answer the questions.
Yeah. That's why some of my hard class was teachers like that, man. Those are my hardest class.
Right, because it's hard to learn
shit.
shit like that for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's why you have a bunch of people who get bored in school and they flunk out or they have, you know what I mean? And these kids think they're stupid. And it's like, no, you just don't learn that way. You can't,
But on top of that, I had a few that were like that, but they were like open to any fucking question, and then that's when they get on the board. It's because, fuck, who was he? He was like my early American history teacher, and he was like that. But he would stop everything he's doing to go in front of the class to, teach, right? But I didn't get why he did that until I started going to college, because that's how college is. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times you have to approach your teacher, and your teacher is willing to help you out. Sometimes.
Exactly.
So, I respect that, but I'm like, I didn't like it. Definitely when I went out, it was like, what, 10th grade? And like, the years before I had to do that shit. So,
Yeah, in community college that I went to, it was similar to that. There were a few teachers that were like, fuck that shit, this is college.
mm-hmm.
And I went to university, all the teachers were like, fuck that shit, this is college, we're teaching you the fucking material. And that's the thing that I think is interesting.
Mm-hmm. Like for real, for real. Every time I want to learn something different and shit, I try to find like a professor or some shit or someone that's actually going through college. You know what I mean? Like YouTube shout out, you gotta go look him up. He was called the Cynical Historian.
Mom heard that.
Pretty cool. He breaks down a lot of misconceptions about history and shit, but not from like a political viewing. Because he straight up said he was like, I'm not really picking a side. I'm just saying this through stuff I read and researched. So, but you know how YouTube is. People still think you're biased as fuck, even when you're coming from just a facts base. um, but ever since I watched him and shit, he's been pretty just down to the facts and down to the actual history.
I like history shit.
Yeah. It's interesting. And like that's like my biggest subject I have fucking beef with, honestly. Because when you really look at history and shit, like go back to school, right? You learn history and basically saying there was a definitive bad guy and a definitive good guy. A lot of times, like Germany, World War II. Yeah, of course the Nazis, right? They were so evil. We had to talk about them on Black History Month. Learn about Martin Luther King and Hitler in the same month, bro. Like, then you read more about it, it was like, wow, this is just a clusterfuck. Like, you look at it how it is, and you can kind of look at today and stuff, and kind of see like parallels and shit.
Fear will always drive people to tyranny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyone who's selling fear, you should be skeptical of.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just the case, you know what I mean? If someone is selling fear as a means of gaining power, you need to be scared of this, and trust me and do this. Those are the people that are going to lead you to fascism very quickly.
Mm-hmm. But,
you know what I mean? The ones who are like, I don't want to be in charge of anything. I just want you to listen to me.
yeah.
Those are the guys you trust. But the ones that are trying to edict and tell you what is good for you because you're scared, those are the ones you should be scared of.
Keep talking. Give me a second.
I'm trying to see what you trying to do, bruh. You talking to a chickie?
I'm not a chick I want to talk to right now.
You trying to get your noodle wet?
BM.
Your bowel movement?
No, your baby's mom, man.
I mean, either works. I'm just kidding.
No, yeah.
I just like saying dumb shit. But yeah, man, education. Let me explain to you this. This is the problem that I have with education. When we're spending the amount of money that we're spending on these kids, like we should get a lot more quality of education out of the money.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're spending a lot of money. Like if you actually go and you look the amount per student, I think the average was around $9,000. It's insane. Do you get that?
Yeah, what?
Just tuition, dog.
Jesus Christ.
Right, like, and they're like, well, we're not spending enough money. It's like, no, where's the fucking money going? That's the question. And like, and there's a lot of shit like that with government, and like health insurance is a big one with that too. Like health insurance, medical stuff. Like, if you go and you look at a lot of these things that they're like, we're just not spending enough money on it. It's not the problem. The problem is it's a fucking money pit. It's something that they know you will always spend more and more money on.
Yeah.
Right? And if there's something that they know that you'll spend more and more money on, then they'll hire a bunch of people in there that don't need to be there. You know what I mean? That's why you have, like, you go to a high school, there's like 6 assistant principals.
Right.
Like, damn, dude, how many assistants you need?
How many school counselors are there?
Right. Now, I'm not saying you don't need school counselors. I'm just saying you don't need 8.
And have one good one.
And only one of them's good.
What else? A college advisor.
Right, college advisors.
Had her a whole office, bro.
Right, so
like right across from the cafeteria.
Same.
Like, it wasn't like no bullshit office neither.
No, I'm telling you, we had an advisory office. Like, you went in there and it was like 4 dudes. Well, actually, like 3 of them was chicks, but it was 4 people that was in there. It was like a whole office. Like, it was a segment of the office, like for them. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, we knew our account.
Like, we had 6 freaking librarians. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, there ain't that many books here.
Bro, we knew the school's accountant.
Right, and I'm not saying that, you might not need, some help to do this, but like, if you start to look at the administrative situation,
like, yo, man.
And then start to look at how much these people are paid.
Security guards.
We need those.
Well,
at school.
I mean, yeah, but this be kind of real, man.
We need those at school.
Yeah, but
I think we should have armed security with,
yeah, cops.
Yeah, cops, cool.
That's what we have.
That's armed security.
That's what I'm talking about.
Some kind of something, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have some kind of something at every entry point on the school.
Mm-hmm.
And they should have metal detectors and all that good shit.
Oh yeah.
To enter the school.
Oh yeah.
Because, like, I don't get how you have a gun-free zone, but you ain't gonna enforce it. That's the part that that blows my fucking mind. You're like, this is a gun-free zone. Says what? This sticker.
That shit. We kind of lucked out because we didn't have like fucked up cops at our school. I mean, but there was one cop we found out he was fucking 18-year-old girls at high school, and I was like, damn, I knew he liked black girls a little too much, man.
Damn.
No, I can't say his name.
Damn.
His name is actual. I can't say shit. I ain't gonna say
his name was an actual what?
I ain't gonna say. If you knew anything about rappers around that time and stuff, a rapper had his name.
That's hilarious. He had a rapper's name?
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious. Hey man, he's trying to get him some young chick.
Some black young chick.
That's crazy.
Never had a black young wife.
Is she 18 though, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How old was he?
30-something.
I guess.
You know, it's legal, yeah, but you know, it's still a high school student.
Right. Like, I mean, you probably shouldn't be doing that job no more.
Yeah.
But like, I guess it's legal. You can't go to jail.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, we weren't discussed. We were just kind of creeped out. But, you know, at the same time, we were
that man was trying to figure out what girl to get. Well, he was watching her mature. He was picking her off the vine, dog. He was like, that one right there is gonna. I gotta wait a few years, but that one right there.
Like,
soon as she turn 18, I'm gonna ask her out on a date.
It's like a good avocado, man.
Leg off Waiting. You remember Waiting?
Who?
Waiting, the movie with Ryan Reynolds. And there's that chick is like 17 for like 3 more days. And he's like, if anybody asks, we did it, but I'm going to wait those 3 more days. You remember that?
No, I haven't seen that.
You've never seen Waiting?
No.
Waiting is the greatest movie ever.
How many movies you said that about? No.
That movie is amazing. You know what it's about?
What?
It's about these people that work at a restaurant.
Okay. That's it?
Yeah, and it's funny as hell, and they're training this new guy. I gotta show it to you.
Alright.
Like, they're putting shit in people's food, they're being dicks and everything. Like, it's great. It's a great movie. I think everybody should watch it. It'll make you paranoid about being an asshole to the people that serve you food. Which is, I mean, a good paranoia to have.
I mean, yeah.
Probably shouldn't be a dick. Like, people don't care if you complain. They just don't want you to be a dick about it.
How many times you drop someone's balls in someone's food, man?
Huh?
How many times you drop the balls in someone's food, man?
And my balls in someone's soup?
Yeah, you're a waiter.
I can neither confirm nor deny anything ever happened.
Yeah, you did a few times.
I never dip my balls in anyone's soup. I can tell you that for sure.
You dug in your asshole, didn't you?
I would never dig in my asshole.
The way you're looking right now, man.
No, more like I did more shit like if somebody was a dick and their food would come up, I'd let that shit sit under the heat lamp for a good 5-10 minutes and tell people not to run it. But let it sit there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, that's the kind of shit I would do. I wouldn't do no gross shit like that because I think that's fucking like assault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like, you're being an asshole to me. It's like, I'm the one that's bringing your food. So, maybe I just don't do that for a little while. Maybe I got 2 or 3 texts to send on my phone real quick. That's the kind of shit I would do.
It reminds me of the time when I was a delivery driver for FedEx, man. Someone pissed me off so much delivering this package. I pissed in the front entrance.
It was hilarious.
Like, he had this long ass driveway and shit. And I don't know why you had like a fucking small ass neighborhood in your fucking driveway. Had like all these fucking houses. Like, rich southern motherfuckers are weird, bro. They just do stupid shit for no reason. I got another story after this. So
no, they do shit like that so they can try to convince their kids to move home, and then their kids don't move home.
Oh man, this motherfucker has...
Because the kids don't want to live like hovered above by their parents.
Yeah, man, like this motherfucker had a nerve to be on the fucking steep ass hill. Right? It was hard for me to get up that bitch, right? And like I had to wait for him to sign and shit. And he took fucking forever. He was like, give me a second. Oh, yeah. And he was like, he didn't say hi or nothing and shit. And he just signed and said, and just guys patching and walked away. Well, you fucking dick. So I had to pee anyway. So right before I got in the truck, I was pissed all over his drive. I'm gonna be real, bro. When I was delivering,
fucking Koreans, man.
The only reason I like delivering out of the country and shit is everywhere it's kind of a good zone to piss and shit.
Everywhere?
Yeah, just about. Places I was going, literally I would stop on the side of the road, piss, and like you see this big ass fucking pickup truck like drive by and wave. Cause like people used to take the bottles behind the fucking like inside where the packages are and shit. And I'm like, bro, I'm not risking splatter, bro. Like, like, bro, I'm not gonna risk splatter just for me to pee, bro. I'll just get on the side of the road. I mean, like, how disrespectful that is.
What?
You get some piss splattered on someone's package, bro.
They be peeing in the back of the truck like that?
Yeah, bro.
Like, hear people's shit?
Yes, man.
It's hilarious.
Hey, I'm not trying to put FedEx on blast and shit.
You just put FedEx on blast a little bit, dude.
No, bro. But no, I'm not against that shit because
I mean,
what the fuck else can we do?
Pee.
Like, what the fuck else can we do?
You can get you a bottle, dog.
We do. Like, oh, let me get that straight. We use bottles, all right. It ain't just like outward, just pissing all over the place and shit.
Oh, okay.
But you know, you kind of get tired of having Gatorade on your fucking cock after a while, so you try to aim instead. And you just look around like, I'm not gonna risk it.
Yeah, you gotta use Gatorade bottles, otherwise you're gonna have that backward pressure from the water bottle. You know what I'm talking about? You just can't do it right. You're gonna get it everywhere.
So people who say I'm not ordering for FedEx again, listen, we use bottles, alright? We just ain't pissing all over the place. Alright? Some people just want on the side of the road, some people use bottles.
And by that he means FedEx is pinned directly on your package.
No, man, we're better than UPS, motherfucker.
Yeah, UPS says what can Brown do for you. Mm-hmm. So you can imagine if FedEx is peeing on the price.
Now Amazon and stuff, they Amazon all treating their packages nice and shit. We just throw them in the back of that bitch. Like, bro, there's been plenty of time. I don't know why that job made me strong as fuck. I was like carrying big ass couches and shit. Whole
Did
dining.
you ever take a shit in the back of the truck?
No, I took it on the side of the road.
You took a shit on the side of the road? Hell yeah! How? Where?
Huh? I was in bumfuck
BFE.
Bumfuck nowhere, man.
Hell yeah!
And that part of our state that we shouldn't go to, as a black man.
I thought you were Korean.
Huh? I'm a dark Korean, though.
You're a dark Korean?
I'm still a goop to someone, goddammit.
You're going to hell, dog.
Hey.
I'm going with you.
I already got an invitation and everything. Gonna be chicken wings there, man. You ready for your chicken wings, man?
Chicken wings are shit, dog.
Oh, God. And you know fucking Satan got that special spice. That brimstone.
What you think the best wings are? Like flavor-wise?
Listen, man. Yeah, that's gonna be hard fucking questions. Cause I was gonna say lemon pepper. Then I was like, buffalo fucking lit. Then I also forgot garlic parmesan.
I was just about to say garlic parmesan is a whole nother level too.
And then like some places have their fucking spicy real down pack. It's like hot, but it's not like overpowering.
Right.
So
see, the game is such a balance, bro. Because you know, I like a good buffalo sauce, and then I dip it in blue cheese, and it's a whole game, dude. That's the shit. But if I'm not feeling spicy, lemon pepper ain't shit no more since garlic parmesan came out. I mean, I'm sure garlic parmesan existed before, but like it wasn't really to acclaim.
You know what I like to do at some chicken places?
What?
I like to mix too.
Same.
Garlic parmesan and lemon pepper. So, you know.
No, not that. I'm not mixing those. I'm mixing those in fucking buffalo.
Yeah, that would be good too.
That way you have some hot and then you have some not hot. So that way if you get, that's how you get the hot ones, dude. That's how you get the really hot ones, because you eat a couple of those and then when your mouth starts stinging really hard, you start eating the garlic parmesan ones for a little while.
Yeah.
Give yourself a break.
We were talking about education. We were talking about wings now.
Wings are very important to education, dude.
Yeah?
I guess man, it's this might just be a shooting the shit fucking episode. That's how it's gonna be, dude.
Yeah, we already said our piece on that. I already said my piece and shit.
I said a lot of my piece on education.
Like I'm simple as fucking that. Like
they should teach nothing related to the collegiate experience.
Yeah.
And more things related to the everyday experience.
Yeah.
I think the collegiate experience should be taught at the collegiate level.
Yeah. And hell, teach these kids fucking taxes and shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the shit. Hell, how to change a fucking tire.
That's what I'm saying. How to cook a meal.
Like they're gonna
how to balance a budget.
Bro, you remember the Pythagorean theorem?
Yeah. But we don't have to
Why the fuck we ever had to use it? But I know how to cook some good ass fried chicken. But if you have a certain specific job in college, you might need it. Well, then teach me in college when I'm looking for that certain specific job. Exactly. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
I think
like if you're teaching somebody the high school level, it's supposed to be all the stuff that everyone should know, right? Mm-hmm. Then teach them things that everyone should know.
Hell. Not many people take the driver's ed anyway at school anyway.
That should be mandatory.
Make it mandatory, bro.
Dude, people are terrible drivers, man.
Hell.
You want to know my biggest authoritarian swing?
What?
Dude, if I had some control of some shit, bro.
What?
I would make everybody retake their damn driver's test. Every time they renew their license, you have to retake your driver's test.
Yeah.
And if you fail, they won't give you your license back until you can pass it.
Yeah.
Same as if you're a student driver. Yeah, so every time you go to get your license renewed, you have to prove that you know the laws of driving.
Look, man.
Bro, I guarantee you so many of these people. See, because, honestly, if you really come at driving from a little less of a angry standpoint, you'll start to realize a lot of these people don't even realize they're fucking breaking the rules. You know what I mean? They don't even realize what they're doing is illegal.
Yeah. I took driver's ed. And I still do a lot of illegal shit.
Right.
I mean.
And it's if you were getting points docked, and you had to retake your test and you were studying for it, or you retook your test all confident thinking you were great because you've been driving for 20 years and then got your license took, you'll go back and brush up on that shit.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my point is people should stay in, and the laws change and things like that. It's like, people should stay informed, and
yeah.
I think it'd be a freaking awesome thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you don't have to worry about people getting too old to drive or anything. If it doesn't matter what it is causing you not to be able to legally drive anymore.
Yeah.
It'll be caught by the fact that you can't drive. You can't pass the test.
Yeah, hell, I guarantee you Uber is going to be so big and expensive in the future that it's going to just... A lot of people really don't need to drive, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I think by the time my kid is an adult, he won't have a car.
Like, it's going to be like a subscription.
Yeah, literally, it'll be a subscription. You'll have a subscription service that comes and picks you up and takes you wherever.
Uber, if you ever do that, we started that first. We had that idea.
Yeah, that was our idea, obviously. As you can see, as of right now, we're going to date this shit. What's the date? October 23.
2021.
In 2021. If anybody else comes out with that after us, then...
We sue.
We sue. And by we sue, I mean, we don't even want, but 5%. We don't even want all of it. Just a little bit.
And I take a chicken sandwich.
Yeah, 5% each and a chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Each.
Yeah.
With cheese.
Yeah.
No mayo.
Come on, mayo.
You can have mayo. That's on you.
Yeah.
No mayo on mine.
That's it. No.
Maybe even bacon.
No, man.
Bacon if you're feeling really nice.
What the hell?
Bacon would sweeten the deal and make us really happy about signing it.
Yeah. It's like, back on topic, that's why I was telling people why I'm not a big fan of free college and shit. You know what I mean? Because a lot of things... Hell, what my school did was trade school. I mean, like half the day you went to school, and the rest of it you went to a trade class. They had like automotive,
Yeah, I did
welding,
that
and
shit
shit.
too.
Huh?
But mine was more like we had something weird, like A-day, B-day schedules is what it
You only
was.
had
So
that
you
too.
only have 4 classes a day,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other day you would have the other 4 classes, and then the next day you'd have 4 different classes, and then the next day you'd have 4 different classes from the day before. So it was just alternating A-day, B-day, A-day, B-day, A-day,
Mm-hmm.
B-day. And I hated that shit because it was hard as a kid to try to remember what fucking books
Mm-hmm.
to bring. It was like, okay, or especially if like you went on break. So if you go on break for like 2-3 weeks, and then you were like, was the last day an A day or a B day? You didn't remember, and then like you get home and you had to remember to switch over your backpack every day to all the other stuff you need for the other school or the other class.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sucky, but I will say it did enable that. It did enable me to go and get certified as an electrician while I was in school simultaneously. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I had to pay to learn how to become a welder.
They didn't have it. They didn't make us pay or anything. It was free.
I know. I did.
It was a dual enrollment.
I did. I should have did it in high school. I mean, it wasn't expensive, but
So like,
yeah.
I'm a fan of that kind of shit too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wanted to go to college too. I just was like, fuck it, I can learn this too. So it was like, I don't know, man. I've always been a guy that's like, really wants to just know shit. Curious.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro, I can't. I question my own existence at times. So, of course, I want to ask questions.
you know, I did this shit to become an expert in many things.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that, man. That's why I like studying and learning all these different fields and stuff like that. It's you know,
Mm-hmm.
lifelong scholar. Even though I can't pay for an education that's
Yeah.
legit at this point in time,
Yeah.
I can still educate myself.
Because now look at college.
Right,
It's
and
all
that's
political and shit.
kind of the point is like, you know, everything is about credentials.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if you notice, a lot of these people they're tied into credentials. You know, that they're holding tight to it because it's the only thing that makes them feel safe. But what they don't realize is the credentials are wrong sometimes. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody's wrong sometimes. You know what I mean? Trusting in somebody just because they have credentials is not a good idea. You know?
Yeah. It's. I already decided if my kid wanted to drop out, he could. As long as he got a plan afterwards. And after that, he ain't living under my house for free.
Yeah. But it's especially funny when it's like stuff that is a lot of unknowns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like global warming was one that was a big one like that, and so was this whole vaccine stuff and COVID stuff. Just when you're dealing with unknowns, you know what I mean? It's novel. Everybody knows this is a new thing, right? It was the same thing with, you know, climate change. It was a new issue. It hadn't been really extensively studied. You know what I mean? And even still, the studies that we have, I'm not saying they're inaccurate, but they've all been politically motivated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has an axe to grind on either side. So you have a lot of studies that say a lot of different shit. You know? And that's not me saying that, you know, one way or the other, you know, that anyone's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just pointing to the fact that
Yeah, different perspectives.
there's a lot of science
Mm-hmm.
to say a lot of different things in these fields because it's a developing field.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so when you have something like that, like you go back to, you know, cosmology and astronomy when it was first a big thing.
Yeah.
And you have Galileo talking about the Earth revolving around the sun rather than the other way around.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was a bunch of scientists that came out and said, he's crazy.
Right?
Talk. Because they did. There's a lot of times that happens. Right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes the guy's right that disagrees with the consensus. Sometimes the guy's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, it's hard to tell. And you sit here and people are like, well, what about you'd have, these guys aren't scientists, right?
Yeah.
Neither was Einstein. Einstein wasn't a scientist. He was a random dude that worked he was a mathematician that worked at the patent office. He was a random dude who figured out E equals MC squared.
Mm-hmm.
He was not some fucking, crazy big physicist, right? And how did he figure it out? He studied this stuff extensively.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he never really came out with anything else, to be real, that was big.
Well, except for that famous quote.
What, fish and tree thing?
No, not that one too, and also the World War III one. I don't know we'll fight World War III with, but we'll fight World War IV with sticks and stones or some shit. Yeah, he said that shit. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, because he wasn't really a big trained physicist.
Yeah.
He just kind of discovered some shit. He tried to come up with some other shit, but... And like I said, he had some other shit, but there's people that disagree with it and agree with it again because he was discussing developing fields. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's kind of the thing, because now you have quantum physics, where we really understand things a lot deeper and don't understand things at all.
Yeah. There's
a lot of phenomena in quantum physics that even quantum physicists will tell you we have no fucking clue what is going on here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
You ever heard of this?
It's a developing field. So some people are right, some people are wrong. It could be some random dude doodling on a napkin that figures out the next quantum theory. All it would take would be him actually paying attention and understanding and thinking, what about this? Because that's how science is done.
Yeah.
And that was what was taught to you when you were a kid in science class, which is why they have a science class, because people who are not scientists can understand science. What kind of dumb shit? That kind of shit crazy to me when people think that if you're not a scientist, you can't understand science.
No.
It's like, no, if you are an expert, you're supposed to be able to explain your field. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't become an expert from just birth. God does not grant you expertdom. You know what I mean? You go to school, you learn this shit over years and years and years of research and studying. True. Yeah. Right? And if I have years and years of research and studying backing up what I'm saying, I can explain to you how it works. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not going, just trust me. I'm going, this is why, and this is how it works.
Yeah.
Right? And that's a big deal. If a guy's literally like, I'm not really sure what's going on, that's at least honest.
Yeah.
If a guy says, I think it's going off of this mechanism and on this and this, that's honest.
It's like the conspiracy theory, this crazy conspiracy theory.
Do this, just trust me. Yeah. That's not honest.
Dude, believe me. Dude, just trust me, man. Just trust me, dude.
Right.
Sources,
bro, trust me.
There's a conspiracy theory I heard, right?
Alright, time to continue with why you think that the white people are going to take over?
No, it was a conspiracy theory I was going to tell you about.
Right, you said the white people are going to take over the lizard people that are running the world?
No.
Like, the lizard people are running it now, and then the Caucasians are going to come in and slaughter all the lizard people, and then be like, equality for all, and run the world. But secretly. They'll be secretly running the world. because, like the lizard people do currently, they're going to take the place. So, like, you're going to have, like, quote unquote equality, but, like, under the ground, they're going to keep it from being real equality. Like lizard people style.
They're gonna take over lizard people because they're doing lizard people shit to do lizard people shit.
Like, you know how the lizard people they're running the world, right? So if the lizard people are running the world currently, they're underground running the world, right?
Yeah.
Like, we don't know about the lizard people. They're all undercover, right? So I'm talking about, like, so basically, like, you're going to have presidents wearing blackface, the really white people, right? Kind of like the lizard people, like the really lizard people, not people. You get where I'm coming from here? But they're going to dress this white guy up in, like, blackface and then be like, trust me, it's equal. We got black guys running stuff.
What?
It's my conspiracy theory, dog. I'm telling you, the white people are going to take over the lizard people.
So they can be lizard people.
So they can act just like the lizard people. They're going to do all the same shit.
Oh, well, is that now?
It's not really a good thing. It's just a thing that's going to happen.
You scared the hell out of me.
What about Fauci creating the coronavirus to vaccinate everybody against AIDS?
You gotta end this off. You talking crazy shit now.
Dude, he spliced the AIDS virus in with a regular coronavirus to create the coronavirus we have now. So that way, once you get sick with it, you can't catch AIDS.
I'm cutting this podcast off, man.
Dude, if you get corona, you can't get AIDS.
Anyway, guys, thanks for listening to the Dad Influence. We'll make sure.
I do not endorse any of these conspiracy theories. I'm just being retarded.
No, we don't have Badger taking medication now.
Bro, do the rabbit hole dive of conspiracy. We should do an episode on conspiracy theories.
Maybe. Anyway. See you guys. Peace.